Hey, welcome to Oaklawn Capping Hour. Uh, my name is Steve Simonovich, and joining me is Marco, my brother, of course. Hey, nice background over there.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful day in Hot Springs. They said it was going to be raining all day today, and as you can see, it's beautiful. Great day for racing. It might be a little muddy early on, but hopefully it will dry out by the end of the day.
I saw that Matt Dieterman was renting a house on the lake on Twitter,
Yeah, I saw that view on there too as well.
so that was cool.
Lake Hamilton is a great lake if you really want to go and have some fun in the summertime and do some boating and some partying.
I love it. I love it. So I got my recap from opening day on the bottom. Some of the races that you picked yesterday. Before I get into that, how was the track yesterday on opening day?
Well, last season, early on, it was all speed. Yesterday, they were coming off the pace, maybe not too far out of it, but the speed wasn't really holding. Now, last night we had a bad storm and it was hailing, so it's going to be pretty unpredictable. I think today too. So we're
Okay.
just wait and see approach on that.
You said you had weather last night.
Yeah, it rained about midnight all the way through 4 in the morning, and then it actually was hailing out.
All right. Looks
So
pretty dry now, but
it
okay.
looks right now a little bit of overcast early on. So once the sun pops out, I say by the fourth, fifth, sixth race, it should dry out a little bit more as the day goes on.
All right, cool. And then the fanfare, the atmosphere at the track yesterday for opening day was pretty cool.
Not bad. Not as big as I thought it was, but it was a Friday. It was a work day. Uh, but I expect today is going to be probably twice the size.
Okay, cool. Well, let's talk about a little bit real quick about yesterday. We did the early pick five. You singled a horse. I forgot the name of the horse already, but it got the lead easy. Asmussen runner didn't switch leads until the very end, and the winner was floating in and out and darted to the rail and somehow got up on the inside. They were both staggering home, but that was a tough beat. Anything to add on that race?
Not really. It was just a tough beat, and really yesterday is one to forget for me. I only had one winner on the whole card, but it was my biggest bet of the day. So
Yeah, let's get to that. Valentine Candy and what was the name of that race? It was a stake for 2 years.
Advent, the Advent Stakes.
The Advent, and it won by 6 3/4. There's not a buyer speed figure out yet, but I kind of mentioned I didn't think these were going to be Kentucky Derby horses. Although this horse here, it's a Justify out of a Candy Ride mare, so you would figure maybe Asmussen would try and stretch this thing out at some point.
A very impressive win. When you bet a horse like that and it just rolls down the lane all alone, you don't have to sweat. You just kind of start walking toward the cash out machine.
Yeah, start cashing your ticket. I mean, it was very impressive, and it could have won by as many as it wanted to, and that horse really perked up here at Oaklawn Park. Okay, well, let's get into today's card. Race one is a maiden claiming event, I believe. No, it's not a maiden claiming event. It's an open 30. And look at that purse, $60,000.
Gotta love Oaklawn.
Gotta love Oaklawn. You landed on Greatheart at 3-1 here. Tell me what you liked.
Yeah, great heart. Well, he's coming in fresh. He's had success at Oaklawn in the past. He's got 3 drills so far leading up to this race that were getting stronger and stronger. So I think this horse could be ready to run here. And it's not a big secret. It's 3-1 morning line. Not real creative, but I like it. So that's the one I'm going to land on today.
Okay, duly noted. I landed on WW Crazy, the Scott Becker trainee. He's got a lot of these WW horses, and they're actually this horse. It ran twice here last year. Didn't embarrass itself. Um, that last race there, it was 11-1. It was a route, and we're routing today, and it actually grinded up and got third, and it wasn't a bad field. The winner in that race, Digital, actually got a 96 buyer, well, 86 buyer speed figure, but before that a 91 at Ellis, in some salty company and some open allowance races. And this horse here is now running for 30 down from 40 from Churchill. And I just feel like it's a good spot. I mean, both of our money lines are, 3-1, 7-2. Not a lot. I would expect one of these two horses to win the race. I'm going to do the double with the two horse, and hope I edge out your horse in the end. Let's see here. We'll move on to the next race. I didn't have a strong opinion, but I was going to go with your pick. And it looks like you like a horse from a breeder that you know. Whoops. Looks like we lost Marco. I'm sure we'll get him back on. In any event, he liked the horse God's Country. And God's Country is I believe, a first-time starter out of the Jamie Gonzalez barn, Starfish Stables. This is an Arkansas bred, state bred race, a maiden special weight, and the purse is $115,000. These are 2-year-olds. And Marco told me that he really liked from his conversation, he really liked the way Jamie Gonzalez liked the way the horse was training. Has a nice bullet move on November 15th. And also had some subsequent works that were really nice and steady. A nice move on December 3rd, a 48 and change. Esquivel in the irons, 17% jock. Horses by alternation. And I remember he was mentioning that this horse was out of a really nice Arkansas mare it is a stakes winner, and it won $300,000. And, I mean, 9-2 morning line, not a lot in here as far as breeding goes, but lots to like as far as, the breeding angle, the conversation Marco had, and things of that nature. I wish he was on, but I guess he's not here. Let's move on to the next race, unless Marco comes on. Let's see if we can get him on the phone here. Oh, he sent me a text. Let's see what he says. Resend email. What is he talking about here? All right, I got to invite him back, guys. Just bear with me. All right, there's the email. Hopefully we'll get him back on. And here he is. All right, we lost you. What happened there?
Couldn't tell you. I'm not an IT guy.
Well, I was in the middle of talking about God's Country, and then you cut out. So I kind of mentioned some things to see if you can reiterate what based on our conversation.
God's Country here. He's well bred, and I personally know the owner and breeder, Starfish Stables. I have a yearling there currently, and Linda Robbins takes really, really good care of horses. Great horsewoman. And this horse's mom is a 5-time winner. won the Rainbow Mistakes. He's cited by alternation. He's a 3-time graded stakes winner, earned over $1 million. And last night while we're talking, they have high expectations for this one.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, I kind of mentioned some of those same things. You know, it's an Arkansas state bred maiden special weight. Most of these haven't even run a race. You do have some recency out of the 11. You know, Chelsea Bailey, is she tries. I thought she got a little bit too excited yesterday in a couple of her rides. She needs to take a deep breath and she'll be fine. She just, you know, she's not a bug anymore, and she's going to have to, you know, rely on having more timely hands. But that horse has a lot of recency, and it's 7-2. Another horse that has recency is the 6 at 6-1. De La Cruz is in the irons. That one comes from Delta Downs. Speed Fade last time over there. And of course, you got the 4 horse who is coming in from Prairie Meadows, Arkansas bred, running up there. Didn't embarrass itself. 2 fourth place finishes, including a 4th and a stake at 47-1. But that was back in July, and the work tab is modest at best. But duly noted, everything with God's Country. I'm going to do the 2-9 double and hope I can make some money.
And I did a double, but I added your horse in the first race. I did a 2-8 with the 9.
All right, God's Country it is. I'm going to do a win bet too, depending on the odds. If it gets pounded, probably just going to ride the double. But actually, if the double's paying well, maybe I'll do a a front wheel exacta with a couple of maybe with a couple of bombs or something. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, the late pick 5. I got the numbers on the bottom. We had a couple of horses that we both liked, and the first leg is actually going to be kind of interesting. Our top picks are both prices. We are going to have Tejano Twist, at least I am on my ticket, as a saver.
Yeah, you have to include that one. I mean,
yeah, Tejano Twist has that race under its belt. I believe it came off of it. Let me get the race up here. Yeah, it had a little bit of a layoff, and I mean, it just came right off the shelf and just dominated at Churchill Downs in a stake down there with a really nice number. And that was about a month ago, and it's here now. It does have a local drill, nice easy drill, and it's done nothing wrong here. 4 starts, 2 wins, a second and a third. It won the Whitmore last year. Ran a good third in the Count Fleet. King Cotton ran a second to Gunite. So, I mean, this horse likes the track. Very classy. A horse you definitely can't leave off the ticket. My thinking with Top Gunner at 15-1 was, hey, man, this thing could scoot away. Tejano Twist is going to have to reel in this horse.
I just hope you and I don't butt heads in this race and kill each other up front.
Are you talking about with your top pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sir Wellington's going to be on the outside. It's got a fast early time form rating of 120. I'll give you that. But when it's got to press hard, it has a hard time of finishing. And I just feel like, with Top Gunner being on the inside of that one, it's going to get the rail and get the front. Santana's going to gun. It had a lot of problems in its last race off of a very long layoff. So I don't know. I watched the replay. It just had some problems in there. It was 49-1. It was the Phoenix. So,
and you're right.
I guess you could draw a line through that. But, I mean, the local move here, December 2nd, says this horse is ready. A bullet out of 137 movers out of the gate. So
the lone speed, the Top Gunner could be very dangerous here.
Yeah, I'm thinking this horse is going right to the front. and Tejano Twist is going to have to run it down, and probably will. But I've got that old saying: if these long shots puff their chest out in the lead, look out. And if it doesn't break, or if something happens like last time, yeah, your horse at 12-1 morning line can definitely get the front.
Yeah,
Who's going to be sharpest?
the jockey trainer combination with these two guys, Mac Robertson and Eduardo Bravo. 30% last year at Oaklawn and 24% in 142 starts. So they work well together.
Okay,
They're
makes sense. Let's move on to the next race. Our top pick is we both had the same top pick. I got your email and your picks, and I was like, holy cow, look at this. You like Circle Back Jack just like I do. I am actually really deep in this race, though, even though I have Circle Back Jack as my top pick. I'm 5 deep in here. But obviously, if you look at the race, there's some big zip in here. There's going to be a lot of early pace, and it's interesting seeing this horse tried turf at Indiana. They sprinted it, they routed it. Now they're getting back on dirt, and it's a better dirt horse, no doubt about it.
Yeah, these are his best races,
and it's better sprinting. And its recent form on sprints tell the story. Even if you go way down, not way down, but in May earlier this year, it just lost by a head there to a really nice next out winner and retained. So sprinting is this horse's game. It won the race before that, even on the synthetic sprinting. Actually, 2 races before, not on the synthetic. Excuse me. Going 7 panels at Churchill. So 1 turn sprinting is this horse's game, and it likes a target a little bit. It's going to be not far out of it by any means, but it loves sprinting, and it's got a nice. It can see everything develop from out there. I like how Vasquez has been riding over there. It's a couple of winners yesterday, coming in from Southern California. I know we are going to make a call and possibly give him first call on all of our horses. So I'm excited about this horse in this race at 6-1 morning line. What did you have to add?
Not much. I like this horse. I'm not real deep in this race. I think it sets up well for him to win this. And like you said, the dirt sprints is what this guy does.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm 5 deep. I mean, listen. I've taken stands elsewhere. I got a single later that we'll talk about that you also like, but yeah, the horse can definitely win. If it does win, you're gonna be like, oh man, I should have singled it, but that's just the way it goes. You got to make a stand somewhere, and I chose to do it elsewhere. But I do like the horse as my top pick. Maybe what we should do, since we both picked it, I might like key it in a nice trifecta for like $5-10 over the other runners. If it wins, you want to get paid.
And hopefully some bombs come in underneath.
Yeah, I've got some on there. All right, let's move on to the next race. Race 8. You didn't have a strong opinion in here, and I am 4 deep on my pick 5. It's a maiden special weight. It's 2-year-olds. My top pick was Stick Shift, and it's a Doug O'Neill. It's coming in from Southern California. They're adding the hood back on after they took it off. Last time they ran 6.5 on the turf at Santa Anita. It had a nice move, 47 and chains at Keeneland. Bullet move, in fact. And I just want to see this one hit the dirt. It makes sense that they ran it on turf. It's a Mendelssohn.
You got a
What's
jet
up?
flying over,
A jet?
going to the airport. Probably some horsemen.
It's probably some horsemen coming in for the big races.
They've been flying in.
Man, it sounds like a warthog shooting missiles or something.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, stick shift is my top pick. I also have a few others in here. I thought that the 4 is the Saber, obviously the Brad Cox, but I didn't want to single that horse just in case we could beat it. It did win impressively on fast dirt in its debut. Just barely lost as a odds-on favorite in the slop at Churchill, but I didn't really want to single it here. I want to see. I want to add it, but I want to see if I can beat it. Another horse that I add in here was the Ron Moquette runner with Bejarano Penrod.
Yeah.
They're adding the hood, and it's got a really decent little work tab going on. And Ron Moquette's a good local. He does a lot of winning at Oaklawn. I know he's 10% on the year, but usually he does pretty good at this meet, and then I don't know what he's doing the rest of the year. But at 10-1, I added that one, and I have a few others as you can see on the screen. Since you don't have a big opinion, we'll move on to race 9. All right, this is where we both have Saddle Up Jesse. What did you like?
Mistletoe Stakes. Well, this horse is making her first stakes company appearance. Started out west, was a turf runner. Moved east, and then she won by 17.
Hey, Marco, I'm getting some static, like some volume static or something in the background. I don't know if it's me or you.
They're working on the house over there. Of course, I can't.
Oh, is that what that is?
Can't get a peaceful morning anytime. Anywhere.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the hell that was. Okay, go ahead.
But she won a maiden. It was washed off the turf, routing. She ran by 17 lengths. And her last 2 starts were routing on the dirt were solid. I think she's just growing up at the right time to make a good run today.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed the same thing. Going along, listen, it's a more than ready out of a Bernardino. So it's a more than ready. So you're going to try more than readies on turf. They're a good turf sire. So I get it. They tried sprinting it, routing it, 6.5, a mile, back to 6. They didn't, they're like, hey, this is a turf horse. We're going to try it. They put the hood on. Then they ran it on dirt, and it ran a modest little race. It got claimed for 20 that day. And they stretched it out after the claim, Brittany Russell, and at Delaware. And it popped by 17. Now,
Hold on. Hold this thought. We got a scratch. Saddle Up Jesse.
Are you serious? They scratched Saddle Up Jesse. Whoa, now I got to check all my stuff. Here, let me refresh. They scratched our horse. There it is. My goodness. I wonder why they scratched it. Well, that's going to be something. I'm going to have to call an audible. This was my single.
Yep. Hot route.
Oh, boy. That really screws up the show and the pick 5. Where do we go from here? You know what we might have to do? I might have to single circle back Jack in race 7 and just go deep here.
Yeah, because I mean you can make a case for the 10 Ice Orchid, the 9 Adeline Julia.
Well, Ice Orchid makes a lot of sense. I just thought that we would be able to outkick it, but Ice Orchid is one that we'll include. But I wanted to bring up the interesting note here on the Sean Williams runners here, who were previously in the Diodoro barn. I pulled up some information. That's why I asked you, because you're on the grounds, about Diodoro, if he got suspended or not. And I looked, he did get suspended towards the end of the meet last year for 30 days. And I don't think he got to serve the entire 30-day suspension. And I think they added the suspension onto the beginning of the meet this year. And I think that's why Sean Williams has the Diodoro runners. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to call an audible. And I'm going to add both of the Sean Williams runners, who are the Diodoro runners. And we'll add Ice Orchid in as well. And I'll probably go 3 deep. I'm going to go 10. Let's see. We're going to go 4, 9, 10 in my pick 5 here. Let me see if I can update that. Man, I can't believe that horse scratched. So let me edit this.
Yeah,
we're gonna go 4, 9, 10. And then in race, that was race 8, right? No, not race 8. Race 7, circle back check. Who was number? What number is circle back check?
The 10. I had to relocate. It was a little bit too loud outside. I don't know why they're doing work out there on a Saturday. You know, that should be like on a Tuesday afternoon.
They should be golfing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to look at the price of this ticket now. So if I'm going to single circle back check in leg 2, which I'm glad, this might be a blessing in disguise. Then we're going to go 3 deep there. Ticket's only $54. So let's update that. Boom. And now I got the new ticket on the bottom. So I will hide that graphic because we're no longer that horse scratched. Okay, well, there's the new pick 5 ticket. It sucks that Saddle Up Jesse scratched. I wonder what happened. But, yeah, I want you to touch base on the Diodoro situation.
I'm going to ask around when I get around there and talk to someone.
Well, that's what it looks like. It looks like he got suspended in May last year for 30 days. And obviously the meet ends at the end of May. It was a 30-day suspension. I'm assuming they added the days to the beginning of the meet. That's the only thing I could think of, because I don't know who Sean Williams is. He had 3 starts yesterday for Diodoro, it looks like, and he had 1 second. So that's got to be it. But yeah, you could verify that. And to close out our pick 5, this is your bomb of the day.
My bomb of the day. I'm a little light on, the buyer numbers.
Tell us what you like about Hey Eugene.
1 sec.
Jeez. We got wasps flying around in there now?
Yeah. The next door people got me a little frazzled here by blowing their leaf blowers around.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so Hey Eugene, he's a younger horse. He gives up a lot of age and experience. But I mean, he's won half of his races. He's 4 out of 8. Also has a second. This is his distance. And now when I actually capped the race, the radar was saying it was going to be raining all day, and it was raining hard. So he's 2 for 2 on a wet surface. So I mean,
here's the other thing I noticed, man. I'm gonna have to change my pick 5. This is good. We had a scratch, we had this, we had that. So I have to go back to my pick 5 and I have to add what number is Hey Eugene? The 8.
Eight. Eight.
I have to add this horse in, and let me tell you why. I just noticed it's a horse for course. I mean, just look at the races over there.
His best two races came at this strip.
This horse ran in a restricted maiden special weight at Oaklawn last year. It's an Ohio bred, and it got a nice a nice number. Came right back and crushed with a 78 buyer speed figure. Never got anything close to that since at Thistledown and Mahoney Valley, but it did win races there. So maybe the figure makers aren't on to something. This is where the sheets would come in. Maybe we could see something on the rags. But this horse, like you said, likes to win and it loves the track. And there's no way in hell I'm not going to add this horse on my ticket. So when I do add, okay, I had 3 in there. Now it's 4. Actually, that does make it $54. Okay. Save. Boom. So I got it in there. Yeah, this horse makes a ton of sense, Marco. 30-1 seems kind of harsh. And it's Mike Maker. Am I reading that correct? Mike Maker's the trainer?
It's Mike Maker.
Is somebody trying to pull a fast one here? What? How do you get 30-1 with the Mike Maker? We already talked about Ramon Vasquez. This horse likes to win. It loves to track. It's got a nice work tab coming in, whether it's synthetic or at the training center over there at Churchill.
Not getting any respect in the morning. I mean,
30-1.
I mean, I'll take that all day long.
This horse is going to go off at 10.
Well,
Isn't it?
But
well, it's your long shot play of the day, and
yeah, I want to see these odds when they go into the gate. I mean, at least give me, double digits. I'll take.
I like that. Well, my the horse that I like on top is only 3-1. It came off the bench and crushed. I think it's going to run even faster this time. And, Scott Becker again with Arietta. Arietta had a lot of success here last year. 0 for 6 yesterday, but or is it 0 for 8? I can't tell. But it did
0 for 8, but I mean, he's not going to have to.
2 seconds and 3/3, so 5 out of 8 in the money. And this guy does win races here, but this horse, this horse cruised last time, and it can run a lot faster. It's got back figures. It likes to win. 8 wins and 20 starts. Got a 93 buyer here last year. I lost by a neck in a nice strong race. So that's my top pick. But yeah, I mean,
Scout's Honor is a professional racehorse.
Yeah, we're going to include your bomb in there as well, because your horse could sit in that second flight, chasing a lively pace, and if it can run a little, just slightly quicker from its previous Oaklawn races as a very young 3-year-old last year, why can't it pop here? And it likes to win, so makes a lot of sense. So that'll be your long shot play of the day. My long shot play of the day was actually in the first race. There it is there. No, let me get it. First race. No, second race, right?
Second race, yeah.
No, excuse me, the 6th race. Yeah, 6th race. Top Gunner.
In the Ring the Bell stake, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping I pop the lid and just go. If Tejano Twist runs us down. So, all right, Marco, a successful show. We're still working out the bugs. I think we got some good content here, and we'll continue to do our thing. And I'll see you tomorrow for Sunday's card. And let's make some money.
There's no racing at Oaklawn tomorrow.
Well, there's not. Okay.
Don't know why. Everybody has the same question. We've been waiting and see why, but
Okay, did they enter a card?
No. Next racing will be next Friday.
Oh, so maybe it was just by design. Just do 2 days
Yeah.
for Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
Take the Sunday off, and then. Now, are they having just 3-day cards from here on out? Or are they going to do Thursday?
They will. They will be getting into Thursday later in the meet after the turn of the year. So the week of Christmas is going to be no racing at all that weekend, and then New Year's Eve weekend, it's going to go from, I believe, Friday to Monday, race day, and then once we get into New Year, then they're going to start adding to Thursday.
Okay.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right.
And with that, I'm pretty much ready, and then I'm actually headed to Oaklawn right now.
All right. Yeah. Head over there. Let's get something done. And let's make some money, man. I like some of our picks today, and I'm excited about the pick 5. Maybe the late scratch there is a blessing in disguise. I do like our top pick in the that I singled now. So, all right, I'll see you. We'll talk next week. Hopefully, we'll have different graphics, thumbnails. Follow us on Twitter. What is your Twitter handle? I'll have to put it on our screen. Here, actually, I'll do that next time.
Okay.
But what is your Twitter handle?
It's at Texas Rain TB.
At Texas Rain TB. My Twitter handle is just my first name and my last name. That's it. Pretty simple. Okay, we'll see you, Marco. Good luck at the races today. And we do have a horse running at Golden Gate. Auspicious Style. Probably going to be 1-2 in a starter lots. I forgot what race it was. I think it's race 5, 4 or 5 or something like that. Horse is going to be 1-2, 3-5, but we're excited about that horse and bringing it down to Southern California after Golden Gate closes here for their last ever meet later on in the month. So, all right, Marco. Let's make some money, and we'll talk to you.
All righty.
All right. See you soon.
You later. Bye.